everyone. This week we're coming to you from the inside of our motorhome, Willie. Spring's coming.
Camping season. We're getting excited.
So we're going to do a quick video for you this week about pet poisoning. March 15th through the 21st is National Animal Poison Prevention Week.
We want to do our part and share some information with y'all.
Without further ado, let's talk about the top 10 dog poisonings of last year.
So one of the most important things that I'm not sure everybody is aware of, maybe you don't even know this, there was close to 214,000 pet poisonings in the United States last year. That's according to Pets Web MD.
That's a lot. I did know that though because I read your notes also.
You see he cheats.
Most of these poisonings were caused by things that would seem perfectly harmless to you and me.
And they say the most dog poisonings were caused by food and medications that we find in our houses on a daily basis. I mean, after looking at them, we have a lot of them in our own home.
We do. Based on the Pet Poison Helpline, here are some of the most common toxins they get calls about yearly. Number 1 on the list, chocolate.
Wow. Yes, but they do say depending on the type of chocolate and how much the dog ingests is how harmful it can actually be to your pet.
Yeah, white chocolate, which I'm not a fan of.
And milk chocolate.
Yeah, milk chocolate, which I am a fan of, are not as bad for your animal as, say, dark chocolate or baking chocolate.
And one of the reasons that chocolate is so dangerous to our pets is because it contains a substance called methylxanthine. I don't know if I said that right.
I think it was right.
Like in smaller breeds, a half an ounce of Baker's chocolate can be fatal to that dog. They say larger breeds, 4 to 8 ounces, they should survive that. Of course, 8 ounces of chocolate is going to be more on the more dangerous side than the 4 ounces. So that's something that you want to keep in mind with like Easter's coming up. There's going to be chocolate laying around. So number 2 on the list is, can you guess? Mouse and rat poisons.
Oh, rodenticides.
Yeah, disgusting. But something that most of us have in our homes, especially in the wintertime. A lot of people put those baits down. There's all different kinds of baits, and they'll put those baits down, and then what happens?
Well, unfortunately, a lot of the baits that are put down look tasty to cats and dogs. So they'll eat it. Another danger is, let's say a rat or mouse gets the poison, dies, and then your cat or dog finds that poison or finds the dead mouse or rat. They eat that, then they're poisoned also, not to mention any of the wildlife, owls, hawks, that were to find a dead mouse and eat it. They're ingesting the poison that just killed the mouse. So we don't use...
First off, that would end all Gemmacuses.
Yeah.
Ugh.
We don't personally use... rat or mouse bait around our property. We find it's better just to have a barn cat to kind of clear them off. Goatee has been very, very good at that.
So check out your rescues and shelters because you can find some awesome barn cats that will take care of your mice and rat problems. So.
Yep. Number 3 on our list are medications, over-the-counter and prescription medications.
Something that everybody has in their house.
And the older we get, the more we have in our house.
That's the truth. Some of those will include Tylenol, Aleve, Advil.
Any of your anti-inflammatories or naproxens are dangerous to your animals if they ingest many of them. That's not even considering the prescription medications like your antidepressants, heart medication,
blood pressure medicine. The number 4 is people food. We have found out over the last year, being Gemma's owner, that there are a lot of foods that can be very harmful. The main reason is they say that the animals have a different metabolism than humans.
Right, so that'll affect them differently.
One of the big ones, though, that we just recently found out about is
Xylitol,
yes,
sugar-free gum. And it's found in a lot of products. It can cause a rapid drop in the dog's blood sugar, which can cause seizures, weakness.
It also can cause liver failure.
Liver failure. A lot of our baking recipes call for xylitol.
Grapes and raisins is something that
Yes.
I'm not sure who feeds their dogs grape and raisins, but I'm sure there's a lot of people that do.
And the experts aren't sure why these fruits can cause kidney failure. So just some of the common foods we have in our house, and we add to our foods all the time: garlic, onions, leeks.
So it's not necessarily the actual item that you're feeding that dog. It could be the ingredients that are in that item.
So number 5 on our list are veterinary products, flea and tick medications, and prescription medications that your vet may prescribe. Yeah, it only takes a second for them to get to it and get the bottle open. A lot of the pills that dogs are prescribed are flavored to make it more palatable and easier to give to your dog.
One thing I do want to mention, though, is on the veterinary products, your medicines and all, that is one of the least common ones that are called in. So they're not quite as, they don't receive as many calls on those that they would on all the other products that we're mentioning. So that's good.
Another item that's come to our attention is vitamin D, and any multivitamins can be toxic to your dogs. Number 6 is household cleaners and products.
I read that bleach is the leading cause of pet poisonings. So that's pretty scary because there's a lot of things that have bleach in them.
And that could cause stomach and respiratory issues.
Yes. Some other items are like
paint thinner,
antifreeze.
Antifreeze.
Antifreeze. You comment and tell us which one's right. Antifreeze or
antifreeze.
Antifreeze.
Pool cleaners.
Yes.
Of course, that's got a lot of chlorine in them usually, so that would be the same result as bleach.
Important to pet-proof your home. Hey, just like you would with a little baby or a toddler crawling around.
Yeah.
We had to pet-proof our kitchen.
Yeah, we had to put cabinet locks on there after Mooch got in because we realized he could open every cabinet door.
Yeah, you'd find them under the kitchen sink where we keep our 409 and our sprays and our...
We're not affiliated with 409 unless they want to be a sponsor
I don't even know
of
how
our
his brain
channel.
works, people. I really don't. But
we're waiting for your call, 409.
But so that is very important. Household products.
Yeah,
you can't
symptoms
forget that.
can include stomach upset, renal failure, so liver failure, depression,
and even death. It can cause death. So nobody wants to see that.
Yeah, no. So pet proof your house.
Yeah. What's number 7? 7. We're going to kind of do a little grouping here. Lawn products, fertilizer.
Insecticides.
Yes, bug sprays, all of that. Very dangerous, can be poisonous to your dogs. So
while you're out there working in your garden and your dog's there with you, make sure he's not sneaking bites of the fertilizer, because apparently fertilizer is very attractive to dogs. Who would have known?
Yeah.
Read your labels. So they will typically tell you whether it's harmful to your pets or not. I know I always check it before I put any granules or anything out.
And if your pet's anything like Gemma, she's got her nose to the ground. She's constantly want to see what you're doing, how she can help. So that's something that this spring, as we start working around in the yard, if we're not done camping, we start working around the yard, you're going to want to be sure that your pet is not right there getting into something while you're busy doing something else.
Talking about lawn and garden, fertilizers and everything would lead us to
our last topic.
Plants. We have around here azaleas and rhododendrons. We've got them around our house. I never knew.
Those can cause vomiting, diarrhea, coma, and potentially even death. So you want to be sure that your dog isn't out there tearing up your plants and eating them.
Right now, it's late March. No, it's not late March. It's early March.
Tulips and daffodils.
Tulips and daffodils. The daffodils are blooming in our yard, springing up everywhere, and apparently those are dangerous too.
Yes, they say they can cause stomach problems, difficulty breathing, and increased heart rates. So you want to be sure that your dog is not stopping to they can smell the flowers, but not stopping to eat the flowers.
Yeah. Another item on my list is sago palms. I don't even know what sago palms are.
I don't either, but if you have those anywhere, eating just a few seeds can cause vomiting, seizures, and liver failure on your dog. So if you are a fan of that sago palm, be sure that your dog doesn't get into any of its seeds.
It sounds like a California palm, sago palms.
So that is our top dog poison products. So if you're like us and you're not just a dog owner but a cat owner, you'll want to know what the most poisonous things were called in on your cat. Number one.
Talking of plants, it would be lilies. And it's early March, so Easter's coming quickly. Everybody gets a lily for Easter, so
be careful with your cat around lilies. Some of the other ones are azaleas, aloe plants.
Yeah, so aloe, for some reason, is poisonous to cats.
And I do have an aloe plant in my house. And both Mooch and Munchkin, Sweet Caroline, they love to sniff on that aloe plant. I've not seen them try to bite it yet, but I've got to keep it out of their reach because I have seen them both. So I don't know if it throws off a scent or what, but that's something you want to be careful of.
Poinsettias can be poisonous to cats, so around Christmas time when you get your poinsettias, keep those out of the reach of your cat.
Another big thing is marijuana.
Yeah.
Now, we know that there are many states, such as our own, that are legalizing it, and make sure it's out of your cat's reach.
Yeah, I think there's probably some schools of thought that you can use that medicinally for pets also, but like any medicine, too much is a bad thing. So you don't want to let your cat, or probably dog either, have free reign to your marijuana bud.
Yes, a lot of things that the dogs are poisonous with, the cats are also.
Right.
Your flea and tick medications, your anti-inflammatory medications that you might take, mouse and rat poisons, we kind of covered that.
Onion and garlic, raisins, vitamin D, all of that is dangerous for cats also.
Household cleaners.
Household cleaners, yep. You want to keep your cat out from underneath the kitchen cabinets.
So last but not least on our list is going to be essential oils, something that's become very popular with people. They can be very toxic to your pets, dogs and cats, but especially cats.
So they can't metabolize
Yes.
some of these chemicals in the essential oils.
So the higher the concentration of essential oil, the greater the risk for your cat. Research and know what you're using and if it's going to affect your pet. The other thing is CBD oils, and we don't have a lot to share on that.
Well, I'm sure as everyone, we've heard stories of people getting very good results using them on themselves or their pets. So there's mounting evidence to use them, but I don't think the scientific community's really studied too much on what the long-term effects can be on your pet. I think they're still studying it on humans. So
the best thing I think you could do is probably check in with your vet and see what your veterinarian recommends, if they recommend usage on with the CBD oil or not. And then do your own research and read up on it. And if you have used it and you've gotten good results, comment and let us know, because this is a story that we'll try to follow up on.
So if you have a story of CBD oil working or not working, feel free to comment down below. We're very interested in hearing your thoughts on it. I'm sure other people who watch this video would like to hear your thoughts too.
Yeah, because they might have a pet that they've tried everything else and it doesn't work and they're leaning towards that. So what would you recommend if you've already used it? We wanted to mention a couple of things. One is they did give some suggestions. If you believe that your dog or cat has been poisoned, there's like 3 things that they suggest that you do immediately.
First, stay calm. You can't help anybody if you're freaking out, much less your pet. So remain calm. And then
you want to be sure whatever item you think your dog or cat ingested that may have just poisoned them, any of that's remaining, you'll want to go ahead and gather that up to be able to bring to your veterinarian's office with you.
Then if your dog or cat has vomited, you want to try to collect a sample of that. Bring that in also. They may be able to analyze that, see how much actually the dog or cat ingested.
So those are your top 3. Stay calm.
Collect a sample of what they ingested.
And collect a sample of their vomit if they did, and bring those to your veterinarian's office, and hopefully those things will help them in figuring out how to help your cat or dog.
In our research, we found a couple of organizations that have a poison control center, just like for people. They have them for their pets, although these do charge a fee. The first one we found was the ASPCA Animal Poison Control Center, the APCC. Their number is 888-426-4435.
And what they do is they have experts that are available 24 hours a day, and they can give you guidance and they can answer questions for you. Keeping in mind that there is a $60 consultation fee.
There's also the Pet Poison Hotline. Their number is 855-764-7661. They charge $59 per incident. So you can also contact them if you think that your dog or cat may have just gotten into something that you're not sure about. So there's some of the top poisonous things that you want to be sure that you keep an eye on in your house. Very important to pet-proof your home. So before we sign off, we wanted to go ahead and make mention of a holiday that's coming tomorrow. Tomorrow, March 13th, is Canine Veterans Day. That's cool. Yeah. March 13th is a day set aside to honor and commemorate the service and sacrifices of America's military and working dogs throughout history. March 13th, 1942 is the day the Army began training its new War Dog program. So back in World War II, it was also known as the Canine Corps. According to American Humane Society, it marks the first time that dogs were officially part of the United States Armed Forces. So big shout out for our canine military working dogs. So happy Canine Veterans Day. Yeah, be sure you thank a canine veteran dog if you happen to run into one. So if you like this video and you want to continue seeing these videos, like and subscribe to this page, to our YouTube page. Hit the little notification bell down there. We'll have links in the comments section or the description section. And feel free to comment. Yeah, don't. So thank you all for watching our video. Until next time. God bless. God bless.